Hey, I'm John Barker, and on this episode of Here to Record, Show and Tell, we're going to take a look at the RØDE Microphone's Filmmaker kit. Now this is a transmitter and receiver and microphone. It runs on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. I'm just looking at the information on the box here. It's an encrypted signal. It can go up to 100 meters, give or take, and it's a really simple to use microphone pack that you can use for filmmaking or also for conferences and events and things like that. That's what we tend to use them for. So on the table here, I have everything that comes with the kit. So what you have is the receiver right here, and you also have the transmitter right here. A couple of little things for the microphone, like a little pop filter and one for the wind as well. This is a nice little carry case, so you can put everything inside it. You have audio cable. Obviously you need to plug in the receiver somewhere, and also you have the lavalier microphone right here as well. That comes with the kit. So let's just turn it on and see how it all works. So the receiver, all you have to do is pop open the back and put in some batteries down there, and then it's pretty much ready to go. You can also power this one by USB as well, which is really nice. Looking around the device some more, this is the connection for the audio output. You have a channel button here. Let's let you choose what channel you want to use this particular microphone for. You can use up to 8 channels. And you also have a mute button, which obviously just lets you mute this microphone. And then you have the on-off button as well. So I will just turn this on now. And what you'll see on the little display is it's looking for the transmitter right now, so that's why the little, what looks like a Wi-Fi signal is just running up and down. This one's set on channel 2 right now, as you can see, and there you are. You can see the RX receiver battery indication. I'm running on 2 out of 3 bars. And then I'll just pop on the transmitter. So it's a similar device. They are quite big in your hand, but it's a quite similar device. Has the input for the microphone. Has the on-off button, a small little display to tell you what channel. On the back, you have the opening for the batteries, and I'll just close it up again, turn it on, and in a few seconds, there you go, you can see it's also on channel 2. So the first time you get it, all you have to do is set up the device so that they're on the same channel. It's pretty easy to do. Pop open the back of each device, and you hit this little red button underneath, which is like a link button. Press that, and you can see there that the channel 2 is actually blinking now instead. I'll just put that down and open this one, the transmitter. I'll press the same button on that, and you can see that they sync up. There you go. So they're both on number 2. You can change the channels that way too on your first setup, but basically I had already done that. So that's the basics of using the devices. Another similarity between the two devices is that you can see there is a little plus and minus for some finer, well, not so fine, but coarse audio adjustments. So perhaps you want to turn the mic pack down or up a few decibels, or the receiving down. If you can do that with these little toggle switches here, and that'll just let you make some adjustments. It's got plus on the transmitter and minus on the receiver. So once you've turned on the devices and got them on the same channel, you might want to plug in the lavalier microphone. So here's this one. I think it sounds good. You can tell me yourself how it sounds. I'm using it for this video and have been for the last quite a few episodes of this show. I've got things a little bit tangled here, but basically it's quite simple. You just take the transmitter, and then you plug in the cable and just make sure it's nicely locked tight in there, and that's not going anywhere. The speaker might pull on that cable by mistake, but there's no problem at all. It's nicely locked tight. So that's that. And now we can take a look at the receiver, the little audio cable that comes with it. You plug in the screw end in there, and you can lock that tight as well. It doesn't lock quite as rigidly as the mic cable does, but it'll keep it in there. And here you can see you have a 3.5mm jack on this end. You can plug that straight into your camera if it supports it. Often this is perfect for DSLRs and stuff. But you can also get the VXLR adapter from Rode or other manufacturers as well, which basically takes that little 3.5mm jack and turns it into the 3-pin XLR. That's what I use in this particular setup. We have one just above the camera plugged into this X.10 through the XLR connections. So because there's two XLR connections on the camera, I can plug into these at the same time. Another little additional extra thing that I've just picked up as well are some of these, this is a few different stuck together, but some of these Lav headsets. So if I just grab the box, you can see that it's basically just a headset for attaching the microphone to your head. I've bought a couple in different sizes, small or medium and large. I figure that when you go to an event, you don't know you don't always know who you're going to be recording, so it's good to have a few different variations. So here I've got the medium one, and I think you can probably just about see that on camera there, but it's basically just an over-the-ear Lav headset, and it fits nicely on your ear. If I just put mine on here, and you can see, I should have taken my glasses off already, but you can see that it just comes to about here, and then all you have to do is attach the lavalier microphone with the Rode kit to this point here, and the speaker will have that nice microphone right beside their face for whenever they're doing their presentation. I found that the medium one fits my head nicely, but there's also the large one, and there's a junior one too, but for me I just got medium and large. This one is a considerable bit bigger, so it runs all the way to the front of my mouth, and I can feel it sitting a lot bigger on my head, but I can imagine it would be better for someone with a slightly larger head than mine. So that's the Lav headsets. Let's plug in the audio, put one of these on and see how it sounds. So to attach the microphone to the Lav headset, all you have to do is just take the little clip and pop the microphone in there. There you go. And you can also put on the little pop shield if you want. I'll just put that on too. There we go. So there's the microphone attached to the front, and then I can just run the cable around the back, and on this there's a little clip for the cable, and you just kind of wedge the cable in there. It does feel very tight. It actually makes me nervous thinking if I keep taking that on and off of there, it might break, but that's basically how it fits. Okay, so I'm back. I've got the Lav headset on now instead. Hopefully it sounds good. Probably sounds a lot different from the mic down below my head, but I think this is better for presentations where often people's heads are moving around a lot, and what I don't want is when the microphone's below them that their voice changes as they go from here over to here and pointing at the screen. And I figure that on the face for conferences and events makes sense. I'm not so sure it makes sense for this kind of video. It feels really odd for me to wear this. I feel like I'm giving a presentation instead of making a video. But hopefully that sounds good. I'm hoping it doesn't pick up much noise as I move my head around as well. But this is kind of a test for me as well, because I haven't used these too much yet. So let's just talk about pros and cons with the RØDELink Filmmaker's kit. I think one of the best pros about this one is that it just works. The 2.4 gigahertz spectrum makes sense. It is quite crowded probably in big areas and big conferences. I haven't really tested these out yet in a full conference environment with lots of laptops running and stuff, so I'll be interested to do some testing with that. Another thing I really like is that you can power them both over USB, which means that certainly for the receiver side, you can just have a little USB power bank sitting beside your camera and keeping these things on instead of having to use batteries inside them. You can also do the same for the microphone side. I'm not so sure that you'd want to have a power bank stuck in someone's pocket, but if it's an all-day event, then this could make perfect sense. And in terms of the downsides, there's definitely a huge one where you can't scan for a empty frequency or a quiet frequency. You really have to just let the devices do their stuff. So that can definitely be a pro and a con. During a conference, if things get too intense and there's too much happening in that spectrum, you might find that there's a few glitches with them. And unlike perhaps more professional, or I should say more expensive microphone kits, you can change the frequency and dial things in a little bit more delicately and make it work a lot better for you in those situations. But in this one, you kind of just get it and it hopefully works. And for me, it's worked so far. hopefully it continues that way. And that just leaves the pricing. These cost me around £275, which is about 315 euros, and yeah, about $335. So definitely very, very affordable. You can pick up a couple of these packs for the same cost as one even more, I want to say, professional or expensive pack. You obviously have some trade-offs with that, but they'll do you a good job for smaller events where you can test them out and make sure there's not much traffic on that spectrum. I'll have to let you know how they do for big events too, where I'll be testing them over the next few months. But if you pick up a pair, let me know how it goes, and hopefully that was helpful. You can watch more episodes of Show and Tell on our playlist. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos. And thanks for watching. And I'm going to take off this microphone now. Bye-bye.